Okay, what's cracking, y'all, and welcome to Drew Morrissey's How to Rap. Now, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. This is more like a fun video. I didn't really have much of a plan. I just got this new camera. As you could probably tell, it's a little bit more cinematic, a little bit more Chris Nolan, a little less Blair Witch, and I'm pretty proud of that. So I figured I'd make some kind of a video. And because I'm not really in the mental place right now to think of something deep or like, okay, now I'm gonna teach y'all how to do a extra roundhouse kick flow, Wu-Tang ain't nothing to fuck with spits. I'm gonna just throw something out there just to have this out there and enjoy the new camera. And I'm looking forward to many other videos with high quality and start to get outside more, all that good shit. So today we're just gonna have something fun. 5 classic albums that you should be listening to and re-listening to and studying and researching and getting every little pinpoint, nuance, knick-knack, pally-whack, give a dog a bone, whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? Like, these are albums that you need to always have in your blood and your bones as a rapper, in my opinion. Now, this is not necessarily the only albums, and I'll probably do another video like this again at some point. But these are the albums I find myself, even after 13, 14 years of doing this, going back to or listening to certain tracks to sort of read between the lines. And so I figured I'd throw these out there. There's not going to be too many shockers. These are albums that almost everybody considers classics. But I'm going to just give sort of the DRE dub, the Drew opinion on exactly why I think these are worth listening to over and over again and what the changes you might have seen in rap after these albums. What did they do for rappers? And I'm talking rappers, not just the fans, not just the culture, but rappers, you as a possible MC, rapper extraordinaire, all that. What would change the way you flow after hearing and studying an album like this? Anyway, again, subjective opinion. Let's get into it. Let's have a little fun. Okay, so the first one, not a big shocker. You see the homie right here, R.I.P. Gotta Be Ready to Die by the Notorious B.I.G. released 1994. The reason I put this album on this list and the reason I always come back to this is, number one, it's an album that has every single bit of classic rap, subject matter, and delivery in one album, in one package. This album has gangster shit. It's got lyrical shit. It's got girl tracks. It's got club bangers, Big Papa. It's got storytelling, Warning. It's got lyrical, like I said, Unbelievable, DJ Premier. I hope that's right. If I'm wrong, I'm sure somebody will be in the comment box like, that's fucking wrong. I know there's people are getting a little bit. The bigger we get, the more people are like, well, you said one wrong thing one time. And I'm like, dog, like, I just be shooting these joints. Like, I'm not like fact checking. This ain't no like campaign. So anyway, shouts to those people for keeping me honest. I appreciate it. So Ready to Die, you know what I mean? It's got everything you need to study. Storytelling, Warning, give me the loot. Give me the loot. It's got characters. I talk a lot about characters in your raps, in my videos. And Give Me the Loot, perfect example of, you ain't got the same shit. I've been rapping motherfucker since the slave ships. Like that character. It's got some real serious social commentary. You think about things done changed. Songs like that, It's got some dirty, nasty, what's this song he's talking about? God. Well, obviously there's Big Papa, but now it's slipping my mind. But that's whether it's the joint where there's like the sex skit right before it or right after it. And Jay used the line in it, I'm a big nigga till the end, tell a friend, bitch. So that song. Fact check that for me. Just ignore the earlier part of what I was saying. Next album. Speak of the Devil. Gotta say Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt. Okay. Now, this is an album that is kind of structurally similar to Ready to Die. No real surprise there. It's got a little bit of everything. But the reason I put that up there is because it's an album that if you listen to really closely, you can tell that it was one of the first albums to really be able to break down the drug dealer lifestyle in a very lyrical and poetic way, along with Ready to Die and albums like that, of course, and Wu-Tang in their own way. But Reasonable Doubt is a really good album to study for how do you make poetic something as violent and dangerous and crazy as the drug lifestyle. Can I Live? The Evils. I mean, The Evils to me is one of the greatest rap songs of all time. And then it's also got some fun stuff on there. It's got the 22 Twos, Friend or Foe, obviously Ain't No Nigga. Like, it's got some fun stuff too. Brooklyn's Finest from Biggie. So that is an album definitely worth checking out and just just really listening to, like, how does he explain, everybody rap about being a drug dealer, but how does Jay do it on that album in songs like Regrets and Can I Live and all that stuff. That's another one. I'm rocking the Biggie shirt, so I'm gonna go with yet another Biggie album. It's crazy, but the guy died too much before his time, R.I.P. But he did drop two of the greatest albums of all time, Life After Death. And the reason I say that album, along with Ready to Die, is because it's even bigger and it's even more expansive on that everything works, every single subject matter works. Again, it's got storytelling. I got a story to tell. Nasty Boy's got stories in it. Even the dirty songs have these little like tales. And Biggie's really good at that. That's something you can take away. How can I tell a story even if the song's like a pop hit? There's the great singles, Mo Money, Mo Problems, Hypnotized. So it's got that. It's got the street shit. Some of the greatest street shit in rap history. I mean, it's got Kick in the Door. It's got 10 Crack Commandments. It's got Notorious Thugs. I mean, this album is just, it never gets old, and it was like superbly mixed. Shout to Puff. I mean, that album still sounds brand new for real. And it's got Going Back to Cali, which is major prospect. It's the holidays. I'm about to go back to the East Coast, and then I'm eventually have to play that song because I'm coming back here to Cali about 3 weeks. So number 4, gotta be Marshall Mathers LP. Had to shout out the homie Eminem. I think he's one of the greatest. The reason I dropped that album in there is because it's an album where it has the classic multi-syllable rhymes, and yet it has emotion behind them. It's one of the first albums I've seen where a multi-rapper, as you might call him, has pulled off the whole emotion side of it properly. So he's got sick multis, but he's saying some real shit on The Way I Am, or Marshall Mathers, the actual song, or even Kim has some tight multis. So that's an album that I would definitely check if you enjoy like intricate rhyme schemes, but with some real fucking pain. And then he's even got a lot of anger in that joint too, if you think about something like Amityville. So that's a definitely album for those technical heads that want to up their multis. Study that all the way through. I know a lot of y'all already have, but I'm just putting it out there. And then the last one, I'll go with The College Dropout. And that's not necessarily because of the amazing technical skill that Kanye West, brings to the table, but musically, that album really opened up the possibility to be a rapper, to talk about things other than a lot of the stuff that these other guys that I'm mentioning have. The first song is We Don't Care What People Say, and it's got this sort of like uplifting kid chorus. Obviously, All Falls Down falls into that a category of saying some things that weren't at the time, as regular. It wasn't regular to hear the first verse about a chick going to college and stuff like that. And so the lyrical choices he was making on that album, very, very important. What else? There's some fun shit, gangster shit. There's slow jams, Light-Skinned Friend Look Like Michael Jackson. We all know that. 2 Words, classic, fucking Mos Def. You could argue Mos Def had the best verse on the album. I hope that Kanye doesn't see this someday and like yells at me. I'm saying, I love the album. I'm shouting it out, Kanye. But I'm saying Mos Def killed that shit. 2 Words, United States, no love, no breaks. That shit crazy, man. Get out of here, Mos Def, wherever you are, man. We love you. Come back. We love you. Anyway, so that's the albums. Study them, re-listen, do all that shit. Reasonable Doubt, Ready to Die, Life After Death. You got 2 on this one. Marshall Mathers LP, College Dropout. Not saying they're the best, not saying they're the greatest, but they're worth consideration. Anyway, I'm out. Hope you're liking the new quality. Many more to come. Drew Morrissey, that's my name. I just taught you how to rap. Peace.